We will do now some previous year questions covering only the unit 1. So the first question is match the following. The first question is in the list 1 there is A. Anti-corruption movement, B. Narmada Bachao movement, C. Chipko movement, D. Right to information. In the list 2 we have Aruna Roy, Sundarlal Bahuguna, Anna Hazare and Mehta Patkar. So anti-corruption movement was started by Mehta Patkar. Anti-corruption movement was started by Anna Hazare. Narmada Bachao movement was started by Mehta Patkar. Chipko movement by Sundarlal Bahuguna and Right to Information by Aruna Roy. So the correct code matching correctly with the list 1 and list 2 is A3, B4, C2, D1. Next question, who from the following is not a social activist? A. Arundhati Roy, B. Mehta Patkar, C. Dr. P.D. Kulkarni, D. Anna Hazare. The correct option is Dr. P.D. Kulkarni. He was a professor and an author of various books. 3. Assertion A. The function of professional social worker is empowering and capacity building of the oppressed section of the society. The reasoning given for this assertion is that the professional social workers have the requisite skill and sensitivity to deal with problems of oppressed section of society. So for the assertion and reason question, there has to be a relation between these two. So the first option is saying that both A and R are true. The second option is both A and R are false. Third option is A is true but R is false. Next is R is true but A is false. But here the statement given in assertion is actually true. The function of professional social worker is empowering the oppressed section of the society. And the reasoning given for this statement is that they have the skills. They definitely have the skills, the training and the sensitivity to deal with the problems of the oppressed section of society. And that's why they are able to do the capacity building of this section well. So both A and R are true here. This will be the right option. Next question is Gandhiji was associated with 4 options given. First, trusteeship, 2, non-violence, 3, imperialism, 4, truth. A, 1 and 2, B, 1, 2 and 3, C, 1, 2 and 4 and D, 2, 3 and 4. So correct option is C because Gandhiji was associated with 1, trusteeship, 2, non-violence and 4, truth. So this is the right option. Next again is an assertion reason question. A, social work and human rights are based on the same philosophical foundations. Reasoning given is that they have the similar values, that both social work and human rights, they have the similar values, which is dignity and respect for individuals, group and community. So the reasoning given for this assertion is true and R is the correct explanation of A. So here the first option is both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. So this is the right option. The other 3 are not right. Next question, papers on social work and Indian perspective. It was written by A. G.R. Banerjee, B. G.R. Madan, C. Sachdev, D. Marula Siddhaiah. The correct option is G.R. Banerjee, Gauri Rani Banerjee. Next question, which one of the following pairs is not correctly matched? A. Arya Samaj Swami Dayanand Saraswati, which is correct. B. Brahma Samaj Raja Ram Mohan Roy, this is correct. C. Prarthana Samaj Ramabai Ranade, which is not correct. The Prarthana Samaj was started by Atmaram Panduram. And D is Satya Sodhak Samaj Jyotiba Phule. This is also correct. So the pair which is not correctly matched is C. Prarthana Samaj. Next question, match the following. List 1 has Bhalvanthrai Mehta, B. Spencer Hatch, C. S.K. De, D. Ravindranath Tagore. List 2, Marthandam Project, 2, 3-tiered PR system, Third, Shanti Niketan. Fourth, Power to People. So the correct option will be C, which has A2, which is Bhalvanthrai Mehta started the 3-tier peer system. B1, Spencer Hatch started Marthandam project. And C, S.K. De, he started Power to People. And D3, Rabindranath Tagore associated with Shanti Niketan. Next question. Which one of the following pairs is not correctly matched? Not correctly. A. Bhudan Andolan Vinoba Bhave, that is correct. B. Shuddhi Movement Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, this is not correct. Shuddhi Movement was started by Dayanand Saraswati. C. Pratna Samaj started by Atmaram Panduram, this is correct. D. Tarikai Muhammadiya by Said Ahmad Barklevi, this is also correct. So the correct option is Shuddhi Movement. This is not correctly matched. Now next question. What can a court do if it decides a section in legislation is incompatible with the rights protected by the Human Rights Act 1989? A. Revoke the provision. B. Direct Parliament to change the section. C. Ignore the provision. D. Issue a declaration of incompatibility. The correct option is revoke the provision. Next question. It is unlawful for a public authority to act incompatibly with the convention right. Which of the following is not a public authority? A. Social services. B. The magistrates court. C. A care home run by charity. D. None of the above. Social service, the magistrate court, these are public authority. But C, a care home run by charity, this is not a public authority. So this is the correct option. Next question. Sociology lays emphasis on the development, structure and functioning of human society, social relations, social institutions, group interaction and social structure. B. The application of our understanding of society and its members in order to improve the well-being of all. C. The systems of government and how they serve citizens. D. The comparative study of human societies and cultures and their development. So the correct option is A. Next question. The sociological imagination involves A. Imagining social life through the eye of one single perspective. B. Understanding how society works. C. Understanding how society works in relation to one's own life. D. Both B and C. The correct option is B and C both. It understands how the society works, and sociological imagination also understands how society works in relation to one's own life. Next question. Sociology was made possible by the A. French Revolution, B. Renaissance, C. Second World War, D. None of these. Correct option is A. French Revolution. Next question. Which early sociologist developed a set of values embodied in early Protestantism which he believed led to the development of modern capitalism? A. Auguste Comte, B. Emily Durkheim, C. Max Weber, D. George Simmel. The correct option is C. Max Weber. What is the most frequently used skill in social work? A. Needs assessment, B. The interview, C. Goal setting, D. The determination of eligibility. The correct option is interview. This is the most frequently used skill. Number 2 question. What is not true about the social work? A. It is purposeful. B. It has a formally determined time, meeting, place and duration. C. The workers' action are planned, deliberate and consciously selected to further the interview. D. It is similar to a personal conversation with a friend. So the correct option is that it is similar to a personal conversation with a friend. That it is not the true nature about the social work profession. But the social work profession, it is purposeful, it is a formally arranged meeting where the meeting time and duration is predetermined, And the social worker actions are always planned, and there is a proper format to carry out the interview. Number 3 question. Oral communication formats in clinical social work practice consist of A. An agency's operational manual, B. An agency's organizational structure, C. An agency's mission statement, D. An agency's cantonment area. So the correct option is C. An agency's mission statement. Next question, match the following. List 1 has A. M.K. Gandhi, B. Vinoba Bhave, C. Mehta Patkar, D. Sundarlal Bahuguna. List 2 has Chipko movement, then Narmada Bachao Andolan, Bhudan movement and Constructive program. So M.K. Gandhi is associated with Constructive program. The Constructive program is actually a book written by Mahatma Gandhi to achieve Swaraj in 1941. The book had originally 13 items, and later some more themes were added. So Constructive program was the name of the book written by M.K. Gandhi. Then Vinoba Bhave was associated with Bhudan movement, Mehta Patkar with Narmada Bachao Andolan, and Sundarlal Bahuguna with Chipko movement. So the correct option is B, A4, B3, C2 and D1. Next question, match the following. List 1 has social reform, list 2 has social reformers. List 1, A. Widow remarriage, B. Sarvodaya, C. Abolition of child marriage, D. Sati. List 2, 1. Raja Rammohn Roy, 2. K.C. Sen, 3. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, 4. M.K. Gandhi, 5. Dayanand Saraswati. So the correct matching would be widow remarriage with Dayanand Saraswati, Sarvodaya with M.K. Gandhi, abolition of child marriage, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, and Sati, Raja Rammohn Roy. Match the following with the movement and the propounder. List 1, A. Arya Samaj, B. Brahma Samaj, C. Satya Sodhak Samaj, D. Theosophical Society. List 2 has 1. Jyotiba Phule, 2. Swami Dayanand Saraswati, 3. Mrs. Annie Besant, 4. Raja Rammohn Roy. So Arya Samaj was started by Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Brahma Samaj, Raja Rammohn Roy, Satya Sodhak Samaj, Jyotiba Phule, and Theosophical Society, Mrs. Annie Besant. So the correct option is B. Next, match the following. List 1 has Anna Hazare, Baba Amte, Mehta Patkar, Chandi Prasad Bhatt. List 2, Narmada Bachao Andolan, Raleighan Siddhi, Chipko movement and Anandwan. So Anna Hazare is associated with Raleighan Siddhi, Baba Amte with Anandwan, Mehta Patkar with Narmada Bachao Andolan, and Chandi Prasad Bhatt with Chipko movement. Fieldwork in social work aims at number 1, development of professional skills, 2. Integration of classroom learning with field practice, 3. Development of service mentality, 4. Development of career orientation. So we have to select the options which clearly justifies the need of field work in social work, what it aims for. So the codes given here are A 1 and 2, B 1, 2 and 3, C 1, 2, 3 and 4, D 3 and 4. So we have to pick the correct option. The correct answer here is A 1 and 2, which means that the field work, which is a part of social work education, the main aim of this component is that it helps in developing your professional skills, and it helps in integrating all the classroom learning which has been done with the field practice to enhance your knowledge. Next question, Satya Sodhak Samaj. It was founded by, the correct option is Jyotiba, who classified values of social work as abstract and instrumental. A. Coase, B. Herbert Bisnow, C. Pumphrey, D. Philip Klein. The correct option is Herbert Bisnow. Next question. The author of the book From Charity to Social Work is A. Mary Richmond, B. Friedlander W., C. Elizabeth N. Agnew, D. Jane Addams. The correct option is C. Elizabeth N. Agnew. Next question. Council on Social Work Education was established in A. 1952, B. 1947, C. 1936 or D. 1949. The correct answer is A. 1952. So that was all about the previous year questions. Here I have compiled a few more information which might prove to be helpful in future UGC-NET exam. So the number 1, Papers on Social Work, an Indian Perspective. It was written by Gauri Rani Banerjee, publisher Tata Institute of Social Sciences. The Bhalvanthrai Mehta Committee, which was formed in 1957, this committee recommended the 3-tier panchayat, gram panchayat at the village level, at the block level, and thereafter in the Zilla Parishad. Dr. Spencer Hatch, there was a question in the match the following. So here is some more information about who Dr. Spencer Hatch is. He is an American agricultural expert who started the Marthandam project in Travancore under the YMCA in 1921. The project aimed to bring more abundant life to rural people. Then there was a question about Power to the People. It's actually a book, a chronicle of India from 1947 to 67, written by S.K. De. The anti-corruption movement, it was started by Anna Hazare in 2011, which began with a hunger strike at the Jantar Mantar monument in New Delhi. Then there was also a question about Constructive program. To achieve Swaraj in 1941, Mahatma Gandhi, he wrote the book Constructive Program. The book's original 13 items were communal unity, removal of untouchability, prohibition, khadi, village industries, village sanitation, basic education, adult education, women, knowledge of health and hygiene, provincial languages, national language, economic inequality. To this he added 5 more items, which were Kisan, labor, Adivasis, leper and students. Then there was a question about Ralegan Siddhi. So how is this movement, this village model is associated with Anna Hazare? First of all, Ralegan Siddhi is a village in Parnar Taluka of Ahmednagar district, Maharashtra in Western India. The World Bank Group, it concluded that the village of Ralegan Siddhi was transformed from a highly degraded village ecosystem in a semi-arid region of extreme poverty to one of the richest in the country. And the leader of this project was Anna Hazare. He was awarded the Padma Bhushan, the 3rd highest civilian award by the Government of India in 1992, for his efforts in establishing this village as a model for others. Then Anandvan. What is Anandvan? First of all, this is also another project started by Baba Amte in 1949. So Anandvan is located around 5 kilometers from Baroda in Chandrapur district in Maharashtra, in an ashram and a community rehabilitation center. It was started for leprosy patients and the disabled from the downtrodden section of society. The project is run by the organization Maharogi Seva Samiti. There is also a book titled Anandvan Prayogvan, which has been written by Dr. Vikas Amte, elder son of Baba Amte, in which he describes the different experiments which were undertaken at Anandvan.